I walk into the party, my name is at the door. I get myself a drink as I make it to the floor. I walk into the party, get my name at the door. But they want more, it's me they're waiting for. Do you wanna take a picture of me?
I don't show my health bars because I have faith that the healers will keep me up.
I'm gonna let you die.
Wow. Our healers are more vindictive than an Old Testament god.
Week 5, big crits. So, let's see here. We're working on Heroic Halfus. Halfus? Not really sure how you pronounce it. Chaos. Total chaos.
Odin, do you want to go? Too quick, couldn't get it.
Apparently at the moment there is a snafu, and there's a hot debate on the Senjin forums where everyone's fighting for server second because premonition is obviously server first in their world rank, but us mere mortals are fighting for server progression rankings, and it's between us and it's between an alliance guild.
With the latest sites that are out there and everything, the way everything's being tracked with all the changes, it's kind of hard to keep track of who's on top.
It's all different because, the main site is wowprogress.com. And it's been kind of buggy since Cataclysm came out because there's the 25-mans and the 10-mans.
The fact that we have to be flagged as a 25-man raid guild rather than a 25 and a 10 kind of makes it even more difficult.
I mean, they beat us. They beat our 10-man to Cho'Gall and Nefarian. They got the first kills on the server for 10-mans, but we got the first Heroic Halfus kill.
Basically, I'm going to put a stop to this discussion right now because Big Crit's down to Alakir, 25-man, and we spent a fraction of the time on it that we spent on Heroic Halfus. So, in my opinion, Heroic Halfus was always worth more than Alakir, but it doesn't matter now. Big Crit's number 2 on the server, number 1 Horde.
I was at this large company for about 6.5 years, writing software for them, and somewhere along the line, I just kind of felt like I lost my muse. Software development is something that I am really passionate about. I love technology. I love working on new things, and at some points, it just it felt like it got rote, and it felt like it sort of lost something in my day-to-day job, and I wanted to capture that back. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is I'm taking a step back and playing around with a lot of things that I kind of didn't really acknowledge that was happening the last few years. A lot of stuff in stuff dealing with mobile development and social media and things like that. This stuff I've not really paid attention to, but I think it's exciting stuff, and I think it has a lot of stuff that intersects with my interests. So I'm going to try and kind of pursue that stuff, well, I would say on the side, but it really is sort of a full-time job for me now. Spending most of my time working on kind of my own startup business, trying to develop software and see how the process goes. More ideas flying in my head that I know what to do with.
Was not really a good week. My grandmother passed away. She passed away in St. Louis, where she lived her whole life. It was my mom's mom, and she lived a very full life. She loved costume parties, loved Halloween, was always getting dressed up, had a huge personality, very involved in also very involved in charities and the church and improving the world, making it a better place. Left behind 7 kids and holy cow, how many grandkids? 20 plus grandkids. I have a lot of cousins on my mom's side. Active, shall we say. I didn't make it to the last family reunion, and I hadn't seen her in many years. I could have been a better grandson, and it's too bad that I didn't get to spend time with her before she succumbed to Alzheimer's and before she passed away. So, and then on top of that, I've been fighting with the girlfriend. She and I have been together for many years, and it's just been kind of a stage in our relationship where we're trying to figure out what we're doing, and I don't know. It's been a tough week. So in-game has been good, but outside of game, it's just been I've been doing a lot of trying to figure stuff out. But I guess I'd just forgotten it. I'd forgotten the things that motivate me. I'd forgotten the things that drive me to be better, that drive me to always strive to be a better. I don't want to be cheesy like this, like a better person, but honestly, I'd forgotten those things. I'd forgotten what motivates me and what drives me, and I've rekindled that fire.
Incoming fireball.
You can start DPS in time, Warden.
Pally currently has 6 stacks, 7 stacks.
Heard him,
Fighting.
Remember back a few weeks ago when I said something about avoidable raid damage? Yes, avoidable raid damage, which means that you avoid it, which means that it's one less thing that the healers have to heal. In this case, fireball barrage. You see the little puddles of fire on the ground, guess what you do? You move out of the puddle of fire so that it does not affect you. That means you too, tanks. Pally Tank, I'm looking at you.
4 stack.
I was also.
Are we looking on the?
Yeah, he hits like a giant pussy.
Druids, don't be lazy. Well, Druids, don't be lazy and wait for the fight to end, or else you're not going to have battle res most of the time. And 2, people need to stand closer because half the raid is not next to the boss.
Didn't seem like we had any major people not standing close enough issues that time.
Yeah,
I mean, usually...
I was able to get off like 8 people topped off when the tanks were topped off. I normally can't do that.
Don't. That's their problem.
Yeah, that's
you shouldn't be touching.
Yeah,
your job is to keep the tanks. Is to just do your job and let other people do their job, please.
Yeah. I mean, throwing out wild growth when on cooldown, that's probably the extent of the raid healing you should be doing.
Yeah, but otherwise I'd have 100% mana. I never go in this fight.
It doesn't matter about going it's a matter about keeping the tanks up. If they die, it's their fault. Stoney can yell at them for them just being an idiot.
Normally tanks don't die unless they get past 8 stacks, which is what happens.
Maybe it's time for you to shut up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Should have got a buff.
Use your health stones in between if you need to.
Don't take clear content.
Good job, guys.
Fuck
Berserk timer. That's not
the berserk
entire fucking fight.
Good fucking job.
So
Oh god.
Great job, guys.
Goddamn Christmas here.
That was a
Yeah.
stun.
Heroic Halfus is dead. Yay.
Great job.
So heroic Halfus really didn't give us that much trouble in 25 man. As I understand, it's much more difficult in 10 man, and I imagine it would be just because of the semantics of the fight, same number of dragons, less people. But yeah, 25 man, he went down pretty easily. I think 2 nights of solid attempts and we had it.
And believe it or not only did we get heroic Halfus down, but it wasn't the last attempt of the night.
Alright, go ahead, use all your stupid cooldowns.
Yay. Wait, you guys got 9 pieces of loot?
And no druid tier chest.
Don't be jelly. Don't be jelly.
That's...
Alright, stop your
Vu.
cooldowns.
Free berries! We got this shit covered, guys!
Hey guys, at least we don't see that stupid fucking totem from Love.
Yes!
Oh, that's right! Get fucked, love!
I just feel like that we're missing out on our potential by only raiding 12 hours a week. Yeah, sometimes we raid an extra, we start 15 minutes early, we end 15 minutes late, maybe 13 hours a week at a maximum. You know, I want to do more. I want to progress more. I want to have more hard modes. I want to work on more hard modes. People in this guild deserve more. And in order to do that, I'm wondering if we're not shooting ourselves in the foot by only raiding 12 hours a week.